Serum Institute CEO talking about it. So then he asked, what is the efficacy of this vaccination? He said, it should be good. There should be good spacing. Taking immediately is not good, and it doesn't do anything. So then he asked, then why it was done like that? He said, look, we are experimenting. Now the thing is, it is a trial. Now we have found out that with one vaccination, it is 95% curable, and with two vaccination, it goes down to 60%. So he says that the gap between the first vaccination and the second vaccination should be minimum 3 months.
Minimum 3 months ಹೇಳಿದಾರಾ? ಈ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅದು ಅಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಇವಾಗ?
Yeah, the 12 weeks is 3 months only, right?
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ. ಇದು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇದು ಏನೋ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಒಪಿನಿಯನ್ ಅದು?
No, government news only. The thing is, no, he is the CEO spoke about, and yesterday there are a lot of messages from the other groups of mine where they said that they are implementing 12 to 16 weeks. So yesterday they have implemented is what I got to understand.
Morning, Lata.
Good morning, Lata.
Good morning. So vaccination discussion.
Yeah, the thing is, yesterday onwards, I think the mindset is changed. Earlier, I was thinking it is 4 to 6 weeks. Then I think yesterday ABB doctor was talking. It should be more, and if you delay by even, I think 12 to 16 weeks also, something like it is okay. Like that I heard.
Actually, they did the same way in UK. And when they did this mass vaccination, they didn't have enough vaccine, so they have done it like that. After the Covishield only, they did it after 12 weeks. And everybody was blaming them, telling that just because you don't have vaccination, that's why you're doing. And I think that experiment was successful.
Okay. So then I don't have to worry, because actually 6 weeks for me now.
Yeah.
I can delay it to 12 weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I think by June most of the vaccines will come probably.
No, it's not about whether vaccine is available or vaccine not available. It is like this. But if you go for any vaccination in general, it should be 6 months, because it will not work. Because that virus, how it reacts on a person's body, it takes time. So the moment another vaccine is injected into the body goes on a spin. Okay. And after 55 years of age until 85 years, that is 30 years of that age group, if they give vaccination in a very short duration, then they don't have any immune which will stop from fighting. So the cases which are increasing have started after the second vaccination has been taken.
So immunity power will come down, huh? If you don't
see,
give
so the thing is, people have not understand what is vaccination is. Vaccine is a dummy virus which has been inserted in your body. So now nobody can say what your body will do with relation to that foreign object. It might not do anything at all. It might do many things very immediately. So we, in the batch team, we had a huge discussion on this, and there were a lot of views, counter views, and this and that. So I was telling them, look, first understand what is this vaccine all about. Don't worry about what happens after you take vaccine. It's about what is vaccination. Okay. So you are injecting a virus. So what they have done, they have taken the what is that? There is on top of that virus, there you will be having one layer. So they take that layer and they will put a very mild virus, and they will insert this into that, and then they will add many other chemicals to make it work, and then they will insert into your body. So it is a live virus, but not the actual virus, but it's a live virus which has stain, or that's the RNA of that, which is not used to by your body. When that thing is inserted, it depends on your body. It doesn't depend on the vaccine. So if it goes on overdrive mode, there are people, even with one vaccination, in the batch team, they immediately got fever, and it took 2-3 days for them to subside. And there are people who have never got anything at all. And there are people who have got some dizziness, vomiting, and then diarrhea, some complication, and then they have become all right with vaccination. Meaning, this is after vaccination. Now, you can't say those people who did not get anything are very good in immunity, or those people who got a lot of complication have very good immunity. But what it does is that your immune system takes care of everything. So if your immune system is good, nothing is going to happen. So now they have found out, if you insert 2 injections in a spacing, earlier they had spaced it 28 days. So that was waste basically. Then they found out that 45 days should be there, which is the current until yesterday. And yesterday they found out that that is not good. So that has to be spaced minimum to 3 to 4 months. So if you go in 4 months duration, that's the best. So by the time we come to the 4th month, they will increase it to 6 months, which is the right thing to do. Okay.
This is interesting. Very interesting. All experiments only.
Yeah, life is full of experiments.
But is it possible? My question is it possible to measure the immunity of a person?
Yes, it is possible to measure the immunity of a person by himself or herself. It depends on the amount of raga, dvesha, moha he has.
Spiritual.
No, nothing to do with spiritual. In fact, like there is all Ayurvedic college students, they recite a stanza in the morning. Okay, I think we have spoken about it, but I can still say it. It says Raga di rogan shatatanu saktan asesha kaya prasurtan aseshan autsukya moharati jaghana yo apurva vidyaya namosu tasmai. So this they sing. Just like you have prayers, right? So where is the disease coming from? It is coming from raga. If you don't have raga, you'll never have any disease. Simple.
I have yesterday forwarded one PM Hegde's.
Yeah, that I wanted to.
Very similar. I think what you are talking, and he's from allopathy, but he's a strong believer of all those things.
No, that the truth of the matter, but is whether allopathy or this pati, that pati, that is okay. But what I am saying is that generally, if let us say you want to know your immune system, there are 3 tests what you can do. When you hear any news, just check what happens to your heart. Is it contracting, or is it expanding, or is it neutral? Good news or bad news, whatever that news is. If you have good news, if your heart expands, that means you have raga. If you have bad news, somebody expired, somebody is in the hospital, some known person is struggling and all that, then you have dvesha. And the third one, major one, moha. That means he or she is related to me. That is the moha. Okay. Now, if the news came and I'm equanimous to the situation, meaning to say that if a good news comes that, let's say I got a 1 million Indian rupees and I'm not feeling anything at all, then I don't have raga. And if somebody says that, look, so and so person is dead, and I'm not feeling fear, anxiety, worry, or concern, or this or that, or anything like that. I'm just the news which has come. That's all. So what needs to be done? Either you have to go there, or admit, or do something. Now, whatever has to be done. And I'm not feeling anything at all. The heart is not contracted. Then I don't have dvesha. And the moment I know that there are no relationships at all, actually, it's just a role, it's just a process, then there is no emotion. If there is no emotion, your immune system is perfectly working. So this is what the test actually needs to be done. And that is what non-dual is all about, Advaita. You are that Brahman. Jagat is mithya. Why are you worrying about the mithya Jagat and making it real? Now the question comes, how heartlessness it is, right? If somebody is suffering and I'm not even interested in anything at all, or if somebody is feeling very happy and I'm not interested in celebrating, what kind of a person I am? Am I not like a robot? This question is going to come. So the answer to it is, you need to be happy all the time, internally. So the heart should not expand because of a condition, and the heart shouldn't contract because of the condition. So it becomes conditional happiness and conditioned sadness. And that's the problem. If you are happy all throughout, without any condition. So I had spoken about the conditionality, right? And it is so true. You have a condition. So I'm going to say that if somebody is healthy, that my family members are healthy and wealthy, then only it gives me happiness. But when it turns otherwise, it creates unhappiness. Simple. Because it is conditioned. You are depending on that condition. And then condition changes. So the reality is unhappiness. So, but I want happiness irrespective of the condition. Then don't attach anything to that condition. Then there is no raga. Then there is no raga at all. So basically the shloka what I read out from Vagbhata, it says that raga di roga, that is raga, dvesha, moha are the roga. Satata anushaktan, it has the ability to follow throughout. So the medicine manufacturer is not doing without raga. He is not doing out of compassion. He wants to make money. So the diseases are in a way to make money. So you become part of that. Because either we have raga, or we have dvesha, or we have moha. So attaching to one's life itself is moha, saying that I want to live. That is a moha. I'm not taking it as what at the max can happen. I will die. That anyway I'm going to die one day. Then the immune is not compromised. Otherwise, already I have compromised the immunity. Because fear of life. That I don't want to die. That's a problem, no? Now we say that, oh, that person was only 34-year-old. How did he die? Now what's the difference between a 1-year-old and 34-year-old and a 50-year-old or a 100-year-old? That year-old is on the body, not on the consciousness. So why are we measuring the body and arriving at consciousness? And that is where karma philosophy works, because that person is supposed to die in that year or in that age because of his karma getting into the friction. That is, the fruit of karma has come. Now he could have changed it. Yes, absolutely he could have changed it. And we don't know what he did to get there. So we cannot comment on that person saying that, oh, how did he die? He was so young and seemingly he was not smoking or drinking or whatever. That has got nothing to do with it. I have a friend whose father continuously smoked like a chimney until 96 years. He was 96 when he died. And when he died, just a week before his death, they had taken his X-ray of lungs. He used to smoke around 30 to 40 cigarettes in a day. Now, when they took his his chest X-ray, they did not find any scar at all in the lungs. Now, what do you have to say for that? And day before yesterday, this friend of mine who died never used to smoke, never used to drink, never has touched non-veg in his life. He was 50. Now what do you have to say for that? So science, medicine don't have answer for this. They say that it just has happened. We don't know, but majority will suffer. So we have to create vaccine. We have to do this. We have to find out medication and all that. But actually, one can find his own vaccine, his own immune by just measuring the skin. See, there is another way of doing it. You just stand in front of the mirror. Okay. And for this, you have to undress yourself completely. There is no cloth. Okay. Watch all the parts of the body externally, from hair to toe. Look at whether some of the skin has turned pale or yellowish or not having strength or texture or something like that, and the hairs at every part of the body, and stomach, all the entire whatever in the front you could see. Just watch it. Okay. And you have to watch not like yourself, you have to watch like you are watching somebody, or the doctor is watching. Okay. Then you get the rasa, meaning to say that you will come to see how just like a mango, which is ripened mango, if it is looking full of what I can say, colored up and nice, that means you have good rasa. Then you have to check the rakta. So you can look at the lips, and females, they can look at the genitals and lips, and then like that you have to keep on. And then eyes, so you have to open up the pull the eye socket and then see your eyes, whether it is red or pink or white or something like that. So it and then your palms and soles. So if you can look at it, then you will get to see. And also nipples can also be seen by both males and females. So they can look at the color of that, and that shows that amount of blood. So rakta rasa. Then you have the fat. So if you have a good fat, it will not be sagging. Otherwise, the whole body will be sagging. Okay. Then you have to look at the asti, that is the bones. Whether you are feeling pain somewhere, or when you stretch, what is the feeling you are getting. So you have to stretch entire, just like what you do in Surya Namaskara. So you have to do that without any cloth on. Try doing that, and you will come to know how you are performing. Then the bone marrow also you will be able to experience. And you will know your amount of shukra, which is that turns itself into ojas, is semen and the menstrual blood. So you will definitely come to know how strong are you. So that whole thing with vata, pitta, kapha, that is, if you are having a lot of bloating sensation, a lot of irritation, and all of that, that shows that your immune system is not good. So the doshas can be seen. And the mala, that is when you go for urination and feces, just check the color of the urine. If it is white, it is good. If it is yellowish, then you have to do something. And if the feces are very constipating, that means not good. If it is freely coming, then it is very good. And that's all. That's your test of immune. You can do it every day. So if you have less amount of raga, dvesha, moha, the better it is. Very simple way of doing it.
So by injecting this vaccination 1 and 2, the immunity power will boost. This is only external, nothing to do with the raga dvesha.
No, the immunity will not boost. Your immune system will fight with that intruder. That's all what happens. There's nothing called boosting a immune. No vaccination till date have boosted any immune. It is going to enter into your stream, and then the immune system will copy that virus and gets ready when the real one comes. And that is the reason that video BM Hegde is saying that there is no need, that vaccination is a hoax. They are injecting the virus, but they are not injecting immune system for you. You read about...
So it's a borrowed soldiers for some duration.
No, it is not a soldier. I think you need to read about vaccination. Sorry, the vaccine, how it is produced. They take a virus. It's a live thing. It's not a dead thing. So it is not something that you get an immune out of that. No. It does the other way around. What it does is that it will go into the cell and it will multiply, and then the immune system comes into action, and there are cells which copy this virus. And it remembers. So those cells will have information on when another time this virus comes, they will immediately destroy it, even before it enters into the stream. So this is an upper respiratory infection. So today being holiday, but you can read about the virus, the vaccination. So what BM Hegde is saying there is correct.
Okay, we can continue with our spiritual.
Yeah, otherwise Lata will be feeling that what are we trying to achieve?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the Maitri, Karuna and all that.
I know, I wanted to bring that through it anyway.
Yeah, I knew that you're trying to bring.
So the first thing we need to do is to love ourselves. So now the question is that, are we loving ourselves? Can you love yourself? And do you know what loving yourself means? Yesterday I spoke about it, but I want to ask from both of you.
Yeah, whatever you have, you love yourself. You love your body, your thoughts, your mind, whatever you eat, anything and everything. It's good and bad. You love everything.
Okay. That's not really loving. I'm asking, how do you love? How do you love yourself? How would you go about loving yourself? Or rather, the question is, what is love?
Good question.
I think that is what we need to answer. Then only that Maitri will come. Or
Love,
yeah, go ahead.
love here is which emits out of the heart, and it is the understanding of what is that so-called you, and what is called so-called this external to you. Both merging together is called love. And whichever is coming closer to this your heart is love, but the requirement is everything around you should be same as you. Then it is love.
No, this becomes like a simultaneous equation. No, that is not love. So when we say I love you, what would that mean? Like when you go to a child and your son or daughter and say, yeah, I love you. What is that?
He is the closest to your heart.
Okay. And then if the person does mistake, then what happens?
Then temporarily you will have other side of the love.
So that's not love.
That is not love. That time it is not love, but still inside you have that connection.
No, that doesn't work that way. Actually, you don't love anyone except for yourself. Have you ever observed?
Oh, that is true.
That is 100% true.
Yeah.
Now I'm asking you, what is that love?
Identifying yourself by you. And
No. Okay. First and foremost, anyway, I'll answer. First and foremost, it is a feeling.
love is a feeling, correct?
Okay, so it's not about what you explained. It was very much cryptic. It was like going in a simultaneous equation, or like solving a mathematics. It's a feeling. Now this feeling, if it is full, purna, then it is love.
Feeling with the purnatva is love.
That means you are completely contented. You are in search of that actually. So you cannot love anyone except for yourself.
Yeah, only that purnatva you can see only within you, not outside.
Yes. So that is.
So
Yeah.
I love what? I love me.
Yes, you love you only. You can't be loving anybody. Actually, we all are trying to find where is that me to love.
Now we love our kid because we think it is our body extended.
Yes.
But that is false love.
It is dependent. So if the child listens to you, you love it. If it doesn't listen to you, the moment it doesn't listen to you, then you get anger.
After that son getting married, that love comes to half. I know.
So the mother is split between the son and the daughter-in-law. Or the son is split between the mother and his wife. Because there was no love in the first place. It's a transaction. None of us love anyone. It's a false thing saying that I love my wife. And my daughter or son or father, mother, all of that, it is false. As long as it is working, we love. The moment it doesn't, because why we do like that? Can you tell me the answer? I can.
Why me?
Why we don't love others?
We are. We think only we means.
No, others also is a family. So let's say wife, in your case, but 2 daughters, 1 wife, and you. In the case of Lata, herself, her husband, and daughter. In the case of mine, myself, this son and the wife. This is my family. Extended family is my mother-in-law. I don't know about your extended family, and Lata, even I don't know your extended. Your parents are there. So for your husband, it is his in-laws. So that's an extended family, and brother and brother's wife and all. But let's take the family. Daughter, 2 daughters and a husband wife is one family. 1 son, husband wife is another family. 1 daughter and husband and wife is another family right now. Why don't we love them? And the answer would be no, we love them very much.
I think we feel separate from them.
Okay, then how do you bring them together?
Or we want them to be what you think they should be.
Yes, and then only you will love them, and they want you to be what they think you should be.
Correct.
So it is a harsh transactional world.
Yeah, correct.
So now you tell me, do you have a family? Like in the case of Bhatt, earlier he had the husband and wife, they had thought about their education, children's education. So they strived for their education. And then the education got completed, and then was about doing further more education abroad or wherever it is. And then that happened. And then after that, Bhatt involved himself with visa paper, this one, that one, getting them loan and all of that. Now that also happened. And they have gone away. Okay. Now the problem has come that when will they get married? So it's a transaction, absolute transactions. Now they would be worried, the husband and wife. I don't know what is worried that much, but his wife would be definitely be worried on when his daughters will get married. And there is no answer.
How do you know this perfect statement?
I can read the mind to a good extent. So now the problem is marriage. And after marriage, why are they not getting kids? So this is a continuous transactional cycle. So we don't love anyone at all. Now the question comes, why it is like that? Think, if you want, take time, you can take time. Anyway, today is a holiday.
Question again, please. Why it is so?
Why don't we love the family? Even though we say I have a family, but we don't love the family.
We love or we don't love? What is the question? Yeah.
No, then I will back up. Do you love your family?
Yes.
No, you don't.
That is our discussion outcome.
Yes.
But if you ask, generally the answer is yes.
But actually you don't love your family unless it all meets the conditions.
It's a conditional, yes. If they don't meet the condition, then no love.
So now my question is, why don't we love our family as it is?
As it is.
What are we have? Raga, Dvesha and all that.
We want to maintain social status, financial status, all our goals.
Yeah.
We will be happy only if they behave the way what we want them to behave.
Right. So the problem, Lata, it is nothing to do with Raga, Dvesha, Moha. So you can't put that for everything. It's nothing to do with that. Actually speaking, what are we in search for is contentment, santosha. So the first thing I need to love myself is to find contentment. If I am contented with my life, with whatever I have at this moment, that creates happiness in me without condition. And that happiness I can share with others because I am loving myself. So I am not expecting anything from anyone else around me. So it catches the attention of others to see why and how this person is so much happy. It can be my own son and wife in my case. And you're giving them that happiness. You're teaching them how they can be happy. In that way, they can love themselves. That is what I need to first establish. That means I need to find contentment in whatever I'm doing. Problem with me is I don't find contentment. So there is no happiness. And since there is no happiness, I cannot love myself because I am yet to search for that happiness in something. So I am finding happiness in relationship. That is not true. I am trying to find happiness in job. That is not true. And I am trying to find happiness in the body. That is not true. And I am trying to find happiness in eating. That is not true. And I am trying to find happiness in the sight I am seeing. That is also not true. And the hearing. So I am putting on in this, what I can say, Hindustani music or Carnatic music or jazz or pop or that or this or even mantra or whatever it is. That is not true. Then the smell. That is also not true. That means if I see none of them can be satiated at any point in time. So basically I am deprived of love. So I can never be friendly with myself. Since I am not friendly with myself, I cannot be friendly with anyone. I will have a sense of hostility created in my mind. That means if they listen to me, I am very good. If they don't listen to me, I am very bad. And in fact, we make that also. Look, you have not seen my anger. If you see my anger, you will not know. So that means that person is already threatening his son or daughter or wife or husband or whatever it is. You better do what I say. And that is compulsive. And that's the reason we require to have the Father's Day, Mother's Day, Brother's Day, Wife's Day, Husband Day, Children Day, this day, that day, all that days have to be there. Because that day you reserve for so-called love. What do you think? So the question needs to be asked by three of us presently. Are you contented with what you have?
Currently, no, but we are trying.
So you will never love yourself. Simple.
We don't love ourselves. Yes.
Because still
Okay, the meaning is you should love yourself. And then, first is you should identify yourself and then love.
No, you already identified yourself. I see, let us say this vaccination fear, what you have, you already identified. That the vaccination is required for you only. See, the moment you are following the news or views or something, that means you have already identified yourself, right? See, if somebody asks in the office, but can you do this? You can't say, I don't know who is but, right? You know you are. So you already identified. But are you loving yourself? Is the question.
Okay, but when you reach that level of highest level of spiritual, then you loving yourself and you loving others both are same.
Yes, you cannot love anybody except for yourself, and because you are loving yourself, you love everyone, because you then see everybody as you.
Everybody within me.
So the Padma Shri problem or Padma Shri's equation is, when will I start feeling everyone as me? I wanted to tell her, as soon as you start loving yourself, you'll see everybody is like you.
Oh, okay.
But she's
Remove
not
the conditions.
Yeah, but she's not there in that frame of mind. So I don't know, whenever she comes and this topic comes over, then we can talk about that.
See, if I have to love myself, it's unconditional.
Yes.
And whatever the shape I am, whatever the rich I am, whatever I possess social status, I love. Or I love irrespective of those things.
No, you have misunderstood that love itself. You should feel completely satisfied.
No, I got that point. It's very clear. Always it's a contentment, right?
Yes, contentment.
I'm fully satisfied with whatever I'm having.
Right.
No comparison.
Right. Correct.
So the moment I have that, is it equivalent to I love myself? Or you have some other conditions?
No,
also?
you have become Purnatva. Purnamada Purnamidam. That's all what you have become.
Even that virus is also me only, within me.
No,
so virus will not create a problem for me.
Yeah, because there is nothing out there at all. See, that is what in that B.M. Hegde last sentence or before that, he says that everything is in your mind. The virus.
That guy, more than 200 videos of all. But yesterday's video was very relevant to our discussions. I just posted that.
Yeah. So where is the virus coming? The virus is coming in your mind. It is not coming out there. You have named it, saying that this is a virus and it looks like this and like that. Have you ever seen it? No. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm saying you have already created it in your mind. The moment you create in your mind, you don't love yourself any longer because you are in fear.
Yeah. So no raga, no dvesha, no moha here.
Yes.
Raga is with external thing only. Moha is also external. Dvesha is also with external. I think that is possible only when you have that feeling. Other thing is, it is called other. But in this case, there is nothing called other. It's all within.
Yes, it is you. So that is the reason it is Advaita.
So, Vishwarupa, what Krishna saw, which is coming out of Krishna's mouth, that his mother Devaki saw, that is exactly the same thing. Like everything is there, good and bad.
Yes.
Somebody is dying, somebody is taking birth.
Yes. So nobody is dying and nobody is taking birth.
Anything you see outside, just accept. And
before you go outside, first you accept what is there inside. See, we are only talking about Intel outside. You have to look at Intel inside.
So everything is here. Look inside means we say that it is everything is a learning opportunity or experiential.
Correct.
Just experience it without without attaching anything to that.
Yes.
Just experience it.
Yeah, without naming it.
Say now somebody is dying. They are your close known people. And your experience is inside you will have that feeling, sorrow feeling. Now just watch. There is no feeling, right?
There's no sorrow feeling. There's only a feeling.
No sorrow feeling. When you watch it, it is not sorrow because you are watching.
Yes.
No space for sorrowness there.
Yes.
So meditation is, I think you have mentioned, when you get any bad news, your heart shrinking. So when you watch, it will not shrink.
No, it doesn't.
If you don't watch, now you are connected with that really bad news. That time it will shrink because you are directly connecting negative things flowing inside.
At that moment, you have killed your immune system.
Watch your thought. This is a thought, na? Whatever coming in,
Yes.
a sort of thought only.
Yes, it is a thought. See this COVID problem which has come today is a thought.
Every day, I am during Sandhya Vandana time. This is an experiment I do every day. I watch my thought. At least now I try to say that when you say some mantra, there is a good meaning in that. I try to relate that mantra and try to visualize. Within no time, say 10 seconds, it just jumps to today's work or today's some task. Again bring back. Again it goes. Back and forth it happens based on my transactions.
Correct.
So now watching my thought means what there. See, a mantra is there. There's a meaning to that. That is what I wanted to experience or watch. But I told you that that Japamala, after everything is over, when I touch my heart, I fully focus. I don't know, it comes automatically. When I have focus, it gives a very special feeling to me. A lot of energy.
Yeah, but with that mantra, it is not happening because you and mantra are two different things. There is an expectation in the mantra. Whereas the Spatika Mala, what you are having, you have done a prana pratishtha to that Spatika Mala. So when you hold it to your heart, it automatically resonates. Whereas in the case of mantra, it is not resonating.
But in mantra, it happens sometime when I have full attention. But full attention doesn't come all the time.
Yes.
It will be there sometimes 5 seconds. There's some duration. Okay, that time you are trying to focus. That experience, getting the focused experience. That is not happening in an effective way, but some days it's happening, some days it doesn't happen.
No, the reason why that is like that is because that is a task what you're doing. Sandhya Vandana is a task. It's an activity. You are not doing Sandhya Vandana as Sandhya Vandana. You are doing it as an activity. So the moment there is an activity, you are disconnected from that activity. So you will not get it. Because you are not loving what you are doing.
But with the prayatna, it is possible, right?
No, it will never happen. Unless you become that, it can never happen.
See, that way, any prayer, any task, anything we do, unless we become that, it is not
going to work.
It is not going to work. Yes. That is same, either mantra or work.
Yes. You and that shouldn't be two separate things. Tattvam Asi, right? You are that.
It is what? Energy transfer from
yes,
what
actually,
happens? What happens? See, between two people or between me and other person, maybe communication, email happens. So I'll be thinking and I'll be writing. What happens during that time? My energy goes to him as positive energy, negative energy. What happens?
No. You first create that in your mind itself. What he thinks is separate. You would have already thought what that person is. So let's say a person has sent an email to you saying that this project, it is not doing well, or somebody has questioned and then there's an explanation given, and you get biased either with the stakeholder or with your team member. And to retain that, the edge over that project, or you want the stakeholder to feel happy or whatever it is, you commit something in your mind that I will convince this stakeholder. Okay, so there is raga created. And then the other person who is trying to justify his action, you already created dvesha. Because if you take the side of the stakeholder, then you have to sideline your team members. If you take the side of your team members, then you have to sideline the stakeholder. Now the money is coming, or the project is coming from the stakeholder, so you cannot sideline the stakeholder. You have to give him that importance because he is giving the project to you. So then you have to sideline the team members. So now you have to get into agitation mode, because now the no longer love is there of yourself itself. Forget others. So the consciousness now has taken two roles, one itself and one other, which is called mind. So now this mind plays games, and you don't have anything to say to it, because you are the mind, basically. That consciousness is gone. So you're not doing out of awareness, you're doing out of non-awareness, which means you are now thinking how to reply to that email, and trying to get the word right so that the stakeholder then appreciates and all that. So then let us say after you finish writing and you send him an email, and then he replies back, okay, but I understand, but can you do something about it? It is delayed. Now you feel happy because that condition has worked for you. Now you're going to talk to the team member saying that, look, you had to do so many things for the stakeholder to accept, and this kind of delay is not acceptable and all of that. And then the team member says that, look, the requirement is not clear, what I can do about it. No, there's not, okay, you should have asked him, and this and that happens. So we are into this non-loving mode completely. So there is no Maitri. There's only transaction between this and that, this and that, this and that. So the energy keeps on dissipating, meaning I will lose the energy. If I am the person who is talking to stakeholder, talking to the team member, taking a biased opinion about one of them, because I have to take a biased opinion. I cannot be unbiased. If I support the team, the stakeholder will suffer. If I support the stakeholder, the team members will suffer. And I don't mind team members suffering, because that project is giving me so much of revenue, or otherwise they could have taken it outside India. So I have to support the stakeholder only. Otherwise he will then do hanky-panky things to move this project outside India. So then I will be in trouble. So I need to do that. So I don't love myself. So there is no Maitri Bhavana within myself. This is
Maitri is what exactly is the meaning of Maitri in English?
Loving kindness. Loving and kindness. You be kind to yourself.
Love and Maitri, okay. Love and kindness both together.
And mitratva, what we say in pure Sanskrit, mitratva means being loving, being in free love, meaning no expectation in return with yourself or with others, and being kind to yourself. And then only you can have a friendship with others. Otherwise it goes biased. He is my friend and that person is my enemy. So as long as we don't love ourselves, so long we will not be able to have anukampa. That is, I don't have a proper English word for that. And karuna is the compassion. First you get anukampa, then you get into karuna. So this will never happen unless I love myself. Then you can see person suffering because he has not found happiness, and you want him to be happy. So you will do something to make him happy, or teach him how to feel happy. and you see somebody very happy and you feel so contented that wow, somebody is happy, so you want him to be more happy, and that is called as mudita. And the Ganapati is always in moda. Moda means always happy.
Oh, Ganapati is always happy.
Yes. So Vigna is not there. Nirvigna.
Vigna Modaka Priya.
Modaka Priya. That means he's always in moda.
It's not a food, it's a modaka, right?
Yeah, it's a modaka. So modaka means ever happy. So Vigna is the obstacle for happiness.
Removing, yeah.
So the remover of unhappiness is Ganesha. Right. So if I say I am a bhakta of Ganesha, that means to say what? I need to be loving myself all the time. And then he will show me Shiva, which is equanimity, which is upeksha. So Satchidananda Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham. Now this state of having Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha are the four heads of Brahma. Now you can go and join the Brahma level of existence in meditation. So you are loving yourself extensively, and that creates Karuna for others, meaning you will be able to see everyone suffering, irrespective of religion, irrespective of whether they're human or animal or bird or insect or plant or whatever. Then you will have tremendous Karuna, and you will see some beings very happy, and you wish them they should be happy forever. So that is Mudita. And then you know that everyone cannot be happy, everyone cannot be out of suffering, and when somebody doesn't want to listen to you and they still want to suffer, then you have to be equanimous to the situation. So you will become equanimous. Rather than getting upset, you will let him go. Let him or her go. And that giving up is upeksha. Now you have reached Brahma realm of existence, which is just one another step to become Brahman, or rather there's no becoming there. So this is the first practice, is you have to love yourself, love thyself. That's what even in this Christian also you have, love thyself. So first and foremost, what we need to do is to understand yourself and be contented completely. No second thought. Let's say you have enough money and you don't really require anything more. Just drop it. There's no point in continuing with work or this or that. Finished. You have to cut it off. Because next life also you will be doing the same thing. There is no difference. So you are following unhappiness. So you should follow happiness. See, we are supposed to earn for a living and not live for earning. Today what has happened, or even earlier also, we are living for earning, not earning for living.
Yeah, huge difference.
Yes.
Totally opposite.
It is totally opposite. Earning for a living is greedy. Oh, sorry, he is not greedy. Living for earning is greed. Simple. If there is greed.
So here life, Jivana is Mukhya, and work is just to have that Jivana.
Correct.
Otherwise, you don't have to work more than that.
Why? Because we have not set the goal. See, the thing is that we have thought.
Because the world, this world naturally gives everything. Isn't it? It has got everything to give to us. For example, food.
Yes.
you have to do cultivation, that's it, and then you'll get food.
Yes.
And all other things are already there.
Yes, absolutely.
So we are all doing all this for improving the quality of life, but actually that is not quality.
No, it is a presumed quality of life, and when you presume a quality of life, you get a status. And when you get a status in society, it comes with conditions. So to keep on meeting the condition, which is roga. That is a manasika roga.
So can I assume like this? The biggest gift what I got in this earth is myself, my body.
Yes.
Through that I am able to do a lot.
Yes. And the basic aim of this life is to liberate. That's all.
See, one question here, spiritual question for what I heard. We have this mind, or I can say brain. The brain power is used, I think, less than 5% or 10% overall. The remaining 90% power is there. Through spiritual process, we are able to utilize all that power.
Yes, you will be 100%.
Why it is created? Why it is created like that? 90% extra there, if you are not using.
No. Nothing like somebody created 90 and 10 and all that. We are using only for the regressive practices, not the development practices.
So remaining is for spiritual innovation, sadhana.
No, you are meant to do that. A human being is meant to, even if you were a Brahma and if you come down to human level, you are supposed to relieve yourself from the anxiety and stress and either go back to Brahma or develop yourself in such a way that you end the journey. So the basic aim why a human life is given, which will have sukha and dukkha, so that you can observe it and then get balanced so that you don't have to come back again. But unfortunately, this human world is filled with so much of filth that the being gets attracted or repelled by both of them, and then he does something which will take him to lower existence than a higher existence. It's not that somebody made it like that. We are all here to continue the journey or end the journey. That's all. So we can continue in a good way, we can continue in a bad way. That is also there with us. We can continue in fear or we can continue with courage. Like that. So the human brain or the brain itself, the intelligence, can encompass 100% or it can even encompass only 5%. Meaning, go to school, study, get certificate, join the job, get married, have children, get them married, die. That's all. Which is hardly 1 or 2% of the whole brain. That's all. Finished. So status is the job and the title and the designation and which company you are working. So once the person retires, he can also put ex serviceman, like that he can put ex vice president so and so company, ex director so and so company and all that, because he doesn't want to let go of that. Okay, so he gets attached to that company wherever he was working, and then he goes on doing it till he dies. Then again he comes back in some other life, keep on continuing
that certificate.
Yeah, continuing that certificate forever. It is, see, human life is given in a way that you can do what you want. Basically, you have so much of capability that you can do whatever you want. You want to liberate, you can liberate. You want to realize, you can realize. You want to be conditioned, you can be. You want to have a good family, you can be. You want to divorce, you can. You want to have 10 homes, you can. You want to have a lot of money, you can. So all whatever possible combinations a person wants, he will get it.
See, we say that for this manassu madidare hogabodu, means if you have that what you call the desire to do, we can do it.
Yes.
The desire comes from within again.
Yes, desire is within, and the whether that will happen or not is dependent on.
Let us trace this back, okay?
Yeah.
Desire is within.
Yes.
And where was that desire? See, now there is a one Katuka, the butcher. That person is always creating problem. He is not a good butcher. I'm talking about he is like a rowdy, for example. So his Swabhava is Katuka Swabhava. So that person, now he can become a really great person. So where is this desire? How it comes?
How it comes?
If we go to the root of this or the...
Yes, when he got a prarabdha, it was coming out with dvesha. But that can change.
Yeah, how it will change is my question.
It depends on the karma. So that is when you...
See, when the prarabdha means that person's life is over. That's what we say. But prarabdha is continuously is creating prarabdha, karma. When that will end? When he comes out of that karma bandhana, right?
No.
I just want to understand that root. Now, how it happens, how it triggers inside.
No, how it triggers inside is that just like when you attend some seminar and you feel totally overwhelmed by this.
Yeah, I will ask another question. To attend the seminar, I should get some feel to attend, right?
Yes.
From where that feeling comes?
That feeling comes from your vasana.
I am already having a bad vasana.
But vasana is vasana, bad vasana, good vasana. That is where we are trying to go back to how vasana came. There is no answer to that.
Yeah, I just wanted to know. That is also something like wrong question then.
Yes. See, you have to
It's
accept.
equivalent to when my first Janma started. So
Yes.
Something similar. Okay,
Yes.
okay, fine. So Prayatna only will make that progress in the spiritual direction. But the Prayatna, from where it comes, means it is my punya. My punya means whatever good things I have done.
Correct.
To good thing, again, it depends on the vasana.
Correct.
So that means when opportunity comes, I should be with the good people, good satsanga. So that will make me to do good and good. I should take a janma in a good family. I should be in a good organization to do all these studies. Then I should be attracted to this spirituality. Once it is attracted to spirituality, then my other things will be slowly go away and I will start connecting with this. But generally that happens in this prapancha if I get the benefits. But this is not very benefit. This what you call spiritual is not what you call transaction. It is non-transactional.
Correct.
This is this benefit is only should be experienced.
Correct.
Experiential.
Correct.
And that experience can be experienced only through practice, sadhana.
Correct. See, if you remember, day before yesterday when we met, myself, you and Ganesh and Vishal, right? So when we put on the video, what did Ganesh say? He said that he is missing the smile for a long time. I didn't do anything to him, right? So, and that is what the contentment is all about. I might be having many things with me as a property or whatever it is, or I might not have anything at all. But when there is contentment, it really attracts anyone. So you are giving happiness to somebody in the process. And that is happens when you love yourself. Simple.
Okay. Good discussion. Maybe I think I am blocking Lata's today's thought process. I don't know.
Lata, what do you think?
Lata, I think better Lata asking some questions because I am in this love connection and all that only still.
I don't have any questions. So when you are talking about the desire, what is the root of it? I think we are trying by desire to complete ourselves or find that contentment. And we think that we get that contentment by getting things from outside. And then that will complete us. And that goes on and on and on. So actually you are searching for yourself inside. So that's why I think that's the root, real root of the desire. When you okay, vasanas are all right, but the real first desire is that only, to know yourself.
That is correct.
You're trying to think, you think you are incomplete, and you're trying to complete by joining a job, getting married, having children, getting homes. You keep on trying, but then you still find that you are not complete. So you keep on doing. That's why I think people have this feeling of acquiring, even though they are millionaires and billionaires, they still feel like wanting more and more, because they feel if they are getting more and more, they're trying to add to themselves so that they can feel complete.
Correct. You are right, Lata. See, the thing is the desire. Okay. Actual desire is you.
Yes.
But now, how did you come to existence is because of vasana. So the vasana is the topmost. You can't go beyond that.
Correct.
So now, since I don't know how to go beyond that, you have to stop to you only.
Correct.
And that is the primary reason why you have a desire in the first place. You want to know, how did you come here in this world? So just like Ramana Maharshi said, keep on questioning who am I, and you will find it, and you will ultimately get contented that this is what I am. I don't need anything. And the moment you sign off saying that I don't need anything, everything comes back to you.
Yeah, that's true. When you don't wish for anything, then everything happens around you.
Yes, and when you start wishing, it goes far away, which
It
is
goes away.
Yeah, it's like going and searching water in the desert. So all that we are doing in life, whether it is job or project or family or this or that, is like searching water in a desert. It seems to be there, like the Maricha, which is the mirage. It seems to be there. Oh, it's just there. Let me go and do that. Oh, no, slightly ahead. If I go, I will get it. And in the end, he'll find that he's going to lose all of his family members, either to profession or through disease or through separation or through something. And he'll come back to his original, which is being alone. And since I don't want to be lonely, I marry a person. And I married because I don't want to be lonely. Now, if I don't want to be lonely, then we both cannot be lonely either. So we bring a child. And ultimately, everyone becomes either lonely or they were born alone. That means you are supposed to love yourself. That ends the journey. Now you have found true way to happiness is loving yourself, not depriving yourself of whatever you have been given, and accepting whatever is there with you, saying that, wow, it has come out of my punya, but this can also go away. So I don't have to get attached to something which by its own nature goes away. So the body goes away, the mind goes away, but I don't go anywhere. So I start loving everything and everyone. And that is contentment, which is happiness. And now I can have karuna on the person, on each one, because they have not found what I have found. So I have utmost karuna to teach, to tell them, look, why don't you do this? And you'll find happiness. Now they don't listen. Okay, be equanimous. And I see that people are feeling happy. I say, wow, good. Let them find more and more of it. So then I'm in mudita. So presently itself, I am in Brahma realm of existence. So if the body breaks down, the mind, if not getting completely liberated, at least will stay in Brahma realm of existence.
So the practice is just to practice loving yourself, and all the others will fall in place.
Yes. First thing you should do is to love yourself.
So isn't it also similar to this ahimsa? That is ahimsa towards your own consciousness.
That is what I had said earlier. The same thing.
Yes.
Whether you
The
take
same
this
thing
or
only in a different words.
yes, in a different word. The moment you start loving yourself, you are stopping himsa itself to yourself.
Correct.
So when there's no himsa, then you are done. That is why the reason Mahavira said, ahimsa paramo dharmaha. We are literally torturing the consciousness through mind. Example, COVID discussion of 1 hour. Who is benefiting?
No one.
Exactly. So now I am torturing the consciousness by 1 hour. What is that I am going to get in return? First thing I get is fear. Second I get is anxiety. Third I get is worry. Fourth I get is anger, because I am angry with whichever country has started that thing or whatever it is. Then I feel helpless. Then I blame the whole system. So in 1 hour of discussion on COVID and another 4-5 hours I will be spending time on thinking on how it happened, why it happened, if it happens at my home, what is that I can do, and how much money I have, how horrible it is, and this it is, that it is, which causes damage not only to the consciousness doesn't get damaged, but the mind gets damaged. And because the mind is damaged already, the immune system has gone down. So now it so happens that some vegetable vendor comes downstairs, and my wife will say that, why don't you get the vegetable? And I go and talk to the vegetable fellow, and she keeps on looking at me, your mask, you are not wearing it properly. I get angry on her, and then I buy the vegetable, and I'm really pissed off. And in the meanwhile, that vegetable vendor given me cash, and in that cash he had sneezed already, and that is there, and I touch it, and I somehow I don't clean myself properly, or even if I've cleaned it, my karma is such that it has entered into my system, and after a few hours I start sneezing. So the moment I start sneezing, I start thinking that, oh my goodness, what has happened? So then I am stuck, because I did himsa. So what should happen? I will get it back. It is the same, Lata. If you are doing ahimsa, then you are done. Then you start loving yourself. You don't require anything. In fact, job becomes a barrier, family becomes a barrier, everything becomes a barrier, and you will know how to do it. Because once you start truly loving yourself, you don't require anyone. All that is required is you. Because even though people might call you selfish, but what you will be certainly knowing is, if you are dying, you are only dying. Nobody else is dying along with you. So somebody calls...
In one Upanishad it is there. I forgot which Upanishad. You love only the self. And only the self, not your mother, father, brother, sister. There is one verse like that.
Right. Even I don't remember, but that is true. This is experiential. So when you die, you know you are only dying. When somebody dies, you know that person is only dying, and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that is true. You come alone and you go alone, and you in between you feel there are a lot of people around you, but actually you are not. Nobody is there.
Nobody is there. And once you know this truth, if somebody is dead due to corona or this rona or that rona, you will not have any rona, meaning crying. It's just a duty, like what Padma Shri says, kartavya, duty. It's your duty to take them to hospital. You've taken them to hospital. It's their funeral. They are going to stay or they are going to die. Has got nothing to do with you. But you will have karuna. That means even then you will start to help them to find the inner happiness, if possible, if they are in a position to understand and do it. If they can't do it, you can't do anything about it. If somebody is doing it, you'll feel so happy. So you have mudita, and you're not expecting anything in return. So it is upeksha. So you have crossed yourself from becoming a human being next time. Because now you have established in Brahma. So if you
but has gone completely in mute.
Yeah, but you can also talk. It's not that you can't talk.
Yeah, because I was keep talking, so I thought, let me listen.
No, that is okay. I mean, you are not talking something out of context. So what is the good thing is that in this four, that is Maitri, Karuna, Mudita, Upeksha, you are helping somebody to reach the happiness. Param Dhama. Because we all are going to die. For sure. There can't be any doubt in anyone that we can't die.
Yeah, that's the only thing certain.
Yes, everything else is uncertain. The only thing which we don't know is when.
Correct.
And there is no point in thinking about that when, because whenever it should happen, it will happen. Simple. So what is the point in worrying over death? I think Bhatt will be shocked. But if you remove death, there is nothing else to fear.
Yes, correct.
Going to hospital, we don't know. Death is 100%. So why should you fear death?
Jatasya maranam dhruvam. Maranam means the highest dukkha and highest fear.
Yes. So now, why there is fear of death?
Because our limited knowledge, very limited, right? We think our life is only this, and our samsara means only this. But if we have a clarity that samsara is not we have to get away from this samsara, then it's a happy process. You are transforming from here to another place where you yourself will be enjoying your life. Or
no, you will
finish this samsara chakra.
I think you fear death because you don't know where you are going.
Yes, so the thing what we need to do is, before we die or before we lose this body, you need to put your handkerchief like what they put in the bus, right? They put it on the seat. So you put your seat in the Brahma realm of existence and be happy.
Correct.
Now that fear is gone, that where you will be born. If at all born.
But you should get a feel, no? It's like now you through campus you got a very nice job. Till then no earning. You are dependent on parents. Now when you get a job, you will be independent. That feeling should be there during death also. Now you are finishing all this. Now you are getting into a place where you are much better secured.
Do it right now, no?
That is what I'm thinking all the time now.
No, that is what I'm trying to teach you or help you, that this is what you need to do. So, 4 steps.
Marana Bhaya should not be there.
No, 4 steps. First, you love yourself. Then you will become compassionate to others. Then you will be happy for people who are doing it. Then if the people are not doing it and they're suffering or they don't want to do it or whatever it is, you will be in upeksha. That is equanimity. 4 heads of Brahma. So you start transferring merits to everyone. If they want, they'll take it. Otherwise, they'll not. It's not your problem. It's just like Brahma created. If you think that there's a creator called Brahma, you are that Brahma who have created, which is true. Now you are seeing everyone and you are wishing everyone to be happy because you are happy and you wish that everyone can get this and let them remain happy, whether they're in hospital, they're in home, they're in school, they're in college, they're abroad, they're here or there or wherever, in whichever body they are in. Because basically all are you only. You are Rupa in another form. So you are very happy. So there is no death now. So you are not dying. So when you are not dying, what's the point in thinking about COVID is there or that vid is there, this vid is there? Do what is supposed to be done. Yesterday, I started talking to many people in batch team. They've been calling me. So I'm giving them some gyan and they're feeling very happy. Oh, okay, very nice. So what Lata was asking or saying that I had to do some psychological sessions. I'm already doing that.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, almost 10.
Yeah, 1.5 hours done.
Oh, 1.5 hours.
I don't mind going further also.
Maybe today it's okay. We have to do some COVID related things.
Yeah, we have to follow with our patient.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. And then if you want my help on talking to them or whatever, I am for it.
Yep.
So don't hesitate.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, some people may require.
Yeah.
I think if people known to you, then if I know such cases, then I think best is you connecting with our ABB doctor, because there is already one person who is conducting yoga, and it is highly liked.
Okay.
Similarly, talking and making them comfortable, maybe another
Maybe then in that case, if you can have one joint meeting with that doctor and I can propose what I can do, and if she says that this is good, and then I can join.
Yeah, that one-on-one type of things, it may work nicely.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
See you
Thank
tomorrow.
you.
No, see you on Monday. Bye.
See you on Monday. Yeah, right. Okay, bye.
Bye.
ಯಾರು ಯಾರನ್ನು ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ